My name's Sterling Blonder.
My name is Shoshana Earler.
Ellie Browns.
My name is Brian Moynihan.
Sean.
My name is Karen Atkinson, and I am the very proud head coach of Liquid Assets New England Swimming.
The It Gets Better project has really been something that, rightfully so, is getting a lot of attention, and it's great to see that. I noticed that a number of different organizations were taking part of it. One of the other Boston sports leagues did it, and I felt like it was something that we as a team should be doing. We are predominantly, LGBT members, but we also have a number of, allies who swim with us, and the feeling within the team itself has just always been such a great community, and it's always been so wonderful and so accepting. And to be able to give that message to other people, especially people who may be struggling with that, and as they find themselves and try to navigate just the hardships that they're going through, it seemed like something that really wasn't an option. It was something that we really had to do.
Growing up in my town, I was one of the only gay people, and I felt very alone. So I can sympathize how people may feel when they feel alone.
Spent a lot of high school sort of wondering and thinking, but didn't have a lot of role models in my high school, and so kind of dated guys and didn't really know what I was doing, but high school was fair.
I can relate to not really fitting in because I don't really think I ever, growing up, fit in with pretty much anywhere that I went to school or even any teams that I was on. And even when I got to college, it wasn't it was a good fit in a lot of respects, but in a lot of others that I expected would be good, not so much at all.
The reason I wanted to take part is that it seemed like a good opportunity, being somewhat older, to share what I've sort of experienced growing up, some of the changes, and some of perhaps what I see in my students' lives and the continuing change, but at the same time ongoing struggles that particularly young people still face in their own identity and coming out experiences.
It wasn't really until I was 26 that I actually came out, but there was a lot of, I think I knew I was gay way, way, way before that, but I just couldn't come to terms with it. There really wasn't any support for being gay in my family or in my school, or there was no, I didn't know any gay people. So, I mean, as a consequence, I was dating women, and it just wasn't who I was. I ended up getting a girl pregnant and married her, and stayed married for 5 years, and had a child, and all of that would have been unnecessary if I had the support to sort of come out and admit that I was gay. But because I didn't do that, there was a lot of pain that was caused by both to my ex-wife and to myself and to my daughter. There was a lot of legal stuff that went on to prevent me from having access to my daughter or spending any time with her. And so if you're in a position where you're afraid to come out, or you don't have any support to come out, it really is important that you do try to find some way to come to terms with it, so that you can avoid some of the stuff that I went through. And so today, though, I'm very happy to say that I have a really excellent relationship with my daughter, who's now 32. She has 2 children, so I'm a grandfather. I'm spending Christmas with them.
And spent a lot of time talking to kids about tolerance and respect, and that we need to respect each other for who we are, no matter race, gender, sexual identity. And it's something that I feel really strongly about with kids, that there always need to be people in your school who you feel comfortable talking to if someone's bothering you or teasing you. And I think that I'm that person, or one of those people at my school, because I didn't have that when I was in high school. I really wish that there had been someone in high school that I could have just talked to about what I was feeling without feeling judged or without getting in trouble, or wasn't going to tell my mother. And so that's something I really strive for at my school and with my students and with my staff, is that we need to be open and honest and talking and have a safe place for kids to talk about what they're feeling without judging them.
If you can find someone, an adult, or someone who you can talk to, who you can trust, who you can turn to, and to not have to keep it inside and be by yourself and be alone. And there's so many resources out there. There weren't in my day.
Be patient. Be very patient. No matter if you're gay, no matter what the issue is, it's never worth taking your life because times are difficult. There's nothing more rewarding than seeing the end result when you've waited. When I've waited 12 years after coming out, being able to see how far the GLBT community has come is probably one of the most rewarding things.
There are so many wonderful people out there, your friends, your family, your colleagues. People want the best for you, and the people who don't, they're not worth your time or your energy. And focusing on that is not the answer. There is no way that taking your own life or doing something just as drastic is the answer.
Well, the first and most important thing is that you're a human being with immense worth that can't be put a price tag on, and that there is no replacement for you. In all of the pluses, the minuses, the happy, the sad, all of that, there is absolutely no replacement for any single human being. And that even if you can't see it yet, don't be afraid to look to yourself to see just how wonderful you are.